Hello, I'm back. I'm Becky Tregear and this is my art channel. It's my first video back for 2023. I have taken an extended break and I really needed it. I was absolutely exhausted in December and I just decided that now was the time that I had to take a break, despite the YouTube algorithm which always plays up if you take time off. But I don't care, I just needed to do it and I'm feeling heaps better now, much more energized and ready to come back in the studio. Well, kind of. It's my first day back today and I have no idea what I'm doing. I've got a mess in the studio. As you could probably tell behind me, there's a whole bunch of stuff on the desk here that really needs sorting. And if you're wondering what that pile of markers is, that is all of those Artex markers that was sent to me by Artex. And I actually did organize those during my holidays because they were driving me crazy. They're in this huge box and I have managed to get rid of the box out of my studio. I'm very happy about that, but I haven't yet found a place to actually put the markers, so that's something I'm still working on. But they are all nicely put into little zipper case things. I will show this in a video further down the line so you can see what I did with them all. There are so many duplicates as well. I don't know what to do with those. I had those somewhere else. So I hope you all had nice holidays. It's been pretty warm here. We are finally into summer in Melbourne and we've had quite a string of hot days. It's a little bit too hot to do anything too complicated, so I'll probably be easing into my videos this January. January is usually the hottest month anyway. I was going to do it today, but I think I'm actually going to save it until this weekend. I have finished a sketchbook and it's a really big one. This took me about 18 to 20 months to finish, I think. I started in March of 21 and I finished on December 31st of last year. I was determined to finish this at the end of 2022, so I'm going to show you this in my next video. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see that video coming up. And so today I'm just doing a bit of a chatty vlog. It's been ages since I've actually been in front of the camera and I've forgotten everything. I don't even know what I'm doing and it feels really awkward looking into the camera lens at the moment. I keep wanting to look around the studio and just not make eye contact, so it's just a really weird feeling. I've never been that comfortable with being on the camera. I'm going to try and do it a bit more this year if I can. I actually think I said that last year in a video and it kind of lasted for maybe a month and then I gave that up. It's probably going to be the same this year. It's just so much easier filming my hands down on the tabletop. But I will try my best to be on camera more. It just feels really awkward. So, what are my plans for 2023? Did I make any resolutions? My resolution or motto for this year, I tend to call it a motto more than a resolution, is to buy less and create more. Last year, and pretty much all through the last couple of years in the 20s, I have been on a buying frenzy. It's been shocking. I have spent so much money, I don't even want to know how much money, on art supplies and things for my studio. I fully admit this. Last year it got really out of hand and I think this year I just need to take a break from it. I have absolutely filled my studio for one thing and it's just so overwhelming the amount of art supplies I've ended up with. I've also been sent a lot of things for free and that doesn't really help either. And as much as I love getting free stuff, it also needs to find a home. I have given away some things as well. I gave my dad some of the supplies out of that huge Artex box because he was here for Christmas and it was a good time to offload it. So he ended up taking quite a few of those things home, which was really great because now I don't have to find homes for them, but I still have a whole heap of stuff. I've been wandering around my studio periodically during my time off, just wondering what the heck I'm going to do with this place. It's a huge mess. It really needs sorting out. I have started doing that. I did spend some of my time off actually doing that and it's starting to look a bit better, but there are still areas in the studio where there's stuff piled and I really need to go through it and just probably get ruthless, get a big old bin bag, throw it all on there and chuck it out. Just lots of junk and stuff which I seem to have accumulated over years. I don't know where it comes from sometimes, it just sort of seems to appear. And that's the hoarder's mantra right there. I did consider no buy because I know a few other people are doing it, but actually I don't think that is totally practical for me, so I'm on a low buy. And for that I mean I'm trying to be really discerning about the things that I actually purchase this year. So there are a few items which I kind of want to get. One of them, I don't know if you saw it last year, there's an English artist or company called Michael Harding, and they produce really high quality oil paints. Well, they actually finally released a watercolor series, and if I can get my hands on some of those tubes I would very much like to try them out. At the moment it doesn't seem like they're shipping outside of the UK, at least when I was looking it said they weren't. I don't know, but I think the store that I visited a few months ago, Senior Art, is actually going to be getting the Michael Harding watercolours. Don't know when that is, but if they do I might consider purchasing some tubes from there. I just really want to try them out, they look really nice and I've heard good things about their oil paints. So that's an example of something that I might end up buying this year, but otherwise I'm going to try not to buy impulse items and just random frivolous things from art shops. It's really difficult because there's always new products being released and it's just so tempting to buy these things. Also because I do a lot of reviews on my channel, I get stuck into this loop of buying things that I want to film for the channel. The trouble is I just haven't got the time to actually make all of the videos for it, so my buying was much more than my video making last year, and I need to bring that back into balance. So definitely a low buy as much as I possibly can this year. We also invested a little bit of money into our home and we finally have solar panels. We've been living here for 10 years and it took us that long to kind of save up and plan getting solar panels. We got them installed in November. Going into December, the inspector managed to squeeze us in before Christmas holidays, and so the whole lot was able to be activated, and now we are pretty much energy neutral and it is fantastic. It comes with a little app so you can see how much energy you're producing from the solar panels and then how much the house is burning and how much is going back into the grid. We have central air conditioning, and during the summer that thing chews through the power like you wouldn't believe. With power prices going through the roof, we decided it was high time to get solar panels and balance out that energy that we're producing from the air conditioner. But that's another factor, is we do need to pay for that, so I do need to sacrifice on some art supplies there. We are also hoping to travel overseas this year, hopefully to Greece. My husband would very much like to see his grandma. She's in her 90s. We don't know how much longer she might have in this world, and so we're going to do our best to try and get there this year. It's been quite a few years that we've been talking about it. We did consider actually going last year in September, but it just ended up being too expensive at the time and we just couldn't manage it because we'd been to New Zealand in May. So we are going to aim for Greece this year. We are organising the tickets. Hopefully I will have confirmation on that in the next few weeks as to whether we're going. Flights definitely have gotten more expensive, which is super annoying, and pretty much everything has gotten more expensive. It's a worldwide issue at the moment. That's another reason to buy less art supplies too, because they are getting more expensive. So I'm not ruling out things that I get sent to review for free, because I mean free is free, and I have an absolute stack of stuff to review, so I don't think I'm going to run out of video ideas anytime soon. The other thing that I'm thinking of doing this year is actually reducing the amount of videos I put out. No! But I found that making 2 videos a week every week has really exhausted me. I've been doing this solidly for 3 years, and taking a break over Christmas was the first time in a long time that I've actually just not done anything. I think that I will definitely stick to 1 video a week on the weekends, and then on the weekdays I may have an extra bonus video, or I might add some shorts. I just need to take a bit more time for myself, and also I want to spend more time focusing on videos that require a bit more time to actually make. When I was making 2 videos all of the time, it's basically film, edit, post, repeat, and I was just not really getting enough time to even think about what I was going to do. It's just, I've got to make more content and more content and more content. I have over 300 videos and it's just a real slog to make them, so I think I'd rather focus a little bit more on improving my quality and perhaps creating some longer or more complex videos. I'd really like to compare products with each other and do a few product showdowns, things like that. So over time, I think I will be sticking to that weekly video schedule so that I have more time to prepare and film things during the week, and also to take time for myself that I can get out of the studio sometimes. I'm working on getting my fitness up because if we're traveling, I always like to be as fit as possible. I've been wearing a smartwatch now for quite a few months and this has really helped me. You've probably noticed it in quite a few of my videos. I would say I'm averaging around about 8,000 steps a day, sometimes more. The other day we went into the city and I got up to 13,000 steps, so that was pretty good. But I just really am trying to focus on my health and fitness and make quality videos as well. I also have a bit of a side hustle going on, which I kind of started last year and I have alluded to it a few times, but I'll just talk a little bit more about it. Because we've been walking so much, we walk around the neighborhood and for some reason there's almost always someone that's put out hard rubbish, which is basically inorganic rubbish that you can't throw away in the regular bins. So twice a year we get free hard rubbish pickup. In my council you have to actually go online and book it, so rather than everyone putting out the hard rubbish at the same time, you just put it out when you're ready to do so. And it's actually pretty good this way because someone always has hard rubbish out. The things that people throw out are just unbelievable, really good quality stuff that's worth quite a lot of money. And so last year I started picking things up and basically flipping them on Marketplace. So I've been selling stuff on the Marketplace, making a fair bit of money actually out of it. I've made probably around about $1,000 just out of junk that people have thrown out, so it's quite exciting. It's just something I do on the side, and quite often I take pictures on the weekend, post things up on Marketplace, and some things sell really quickly and others stay up there for weeks on end, and anything that doesn't sell we usually just end up taking down to the charity shop. I've also furnished quite a lot of my studio and the house with really nice items of furniture. So some of the things we keep and then other things we move on. The best thing I got last year was that pen cabinet for sure. I'll link the video up at the end of this one so you can check it out. That was just such a treasure. I love it very much. I've also found other cabinets and things, and I'm slowly replacing the wire drawers in my studio, which I really don't like because they just look ugly, with other cabinets that I found off the side of the road. So my studio is getting this really eclectic look to it, but I really like it. We also went to a couple of places last week just to get out of the house and actually do something fun. The first place we visited is the Blue Lotus water gardens, which are just outside of Melbourne, not too far from where we live actually, about a 40-minute drive I think. And we've been there before, but this year when we went it was lovely and cool. They're only open to the public during the summer months, so they open up on Boxing Day, December 26th, and I think they close again on April the 10th. But the trouble is that because there's so much water there, it gets really hot as it is, you know, very humid. And on a summer day when it gets up to 30+ degrees Celsius, oh boy, it's hot out there. This year when we went, it started to drizzle, and I've got some photographs which I took and I'll show you that now. It's such a beautiful place. They even have this beautiful view with this red bridge going across, and that's called Monet's Garden, and it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So this year it was really nice to go there in the rain. It was nice and cool. They provide complimentary umbrellas, which was really great, and it was just a really nice day out. I took lots of photos, as you could see, and I have a bit more painting inspiration, which is always good. I'm always taking photos to add into my reference collection for future artworks. And the second place we visited, funnily enough, was the Monet and Friends exhibition at the Lume. Nick and I went to the Van Gogh exhibition, was it in late 2021. That was absolutely fabulous. The Van Gogh one is still my absolute favourite, but this Monet and Friends is the latest one that they've put out, and it's really good too. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's really neat seeing all of the pictures kind of come to life in this digital version of it, and they're just basically plastered all over the walls. It's amazing, and it has all this beautiful music with it. So if you're in Melbourne or around the area, I do recommend it, and I will post up a few pictures now that I took while I was in there because I couldn't help myself. I snapped so many on my phone, it was ridiculous. So after visiting the Lume and seeing all these amazing paintings come to life, and also getting out into the water gardens, I'm feeling a lot more inspired. I feel really well rested and ready to come back into filming and making videos for you. So that's about all I've got for today. I just wanted to ease back into it today, and next video I will have a full tour of my sketchbook. Here it is. I also need to sort this cover out. This is a temporary cover which I put on here like a dust jacket to stop the actual book from getting all messed up, but I probably might decorate the cover a little bit as well, so I hope you'll enjoy seeing that. I haven't even started filming it yet, so I guess that's my next job. I hope you're all well out there, and I will see you all again really soon in my next video. Have a great day, and I'll swatch you later. Bye!